Greetings, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started, so if you could find your seats. My name is Ann Bono, and I'm the Director of Advocacy and Public Policy for the Chamber, and I'm also serving as our Interim President and CEO. On behalf of the team at the Chamber, our Board of Directors, and today's honorees, I would like to welcome all of you to the 9th Annual Women Excel Bloomington Awards. Today, we are excited to recognize and celebrate 7 different women from a variety of backgrounds, professions, and experiences. Today, you will meet a woman who has worked to make Bloomington a safe and enjoyable place to live. A woman whose diverse career has allowed her to positively impact people from all walks of life. A woman who encourages her colleagues and volunteers with kindness and professionalism. A woman who made her dream become a reality and who finds happiness in creating an ethical and generous work culture. A woman who helps students that may not follow a traditional educational path find personal and professional happiness. A woman known and appreciated for sharing Indiana University and Bloomington with the world. And a woman who celebrates the goodness and kindness in all people through her civic and community interaction. These stories are all unique, and these women who have created and written their own stories and found their own paths are why we are here, and today we celebrate them. Before we begin today's program, I would like to take a moment and thank our wonderful sponsors and supporters who have helped make WEB so popular, many of whom have been part of this event since its inception 9 years ago. We'll thank all of our sponsors with a round of applause at the end. IU Athletics, thank you for hosting the Women Excel Bloomington Awards again this year, and thank you to everyone at Championship Catering for all your hard work. Cassidy Electrical Contractors, our thanks to May Cassidy and her colleagues for their continued support of WEB. Cook Group, a fantastic community partner and longtime supporter of the Chamber and WEB. Solution Tree, we appreciate your ongoing support of the Chamber and Chamber programs. Markey's Rental and Staging, Zach and his team continue to help make our events look and sound perfect, and we are grateful to them for their ongoing support. IU Credit Union, thank you for being a continued supporter of Chamber programs and initiatives. Nature's Way, thank you for the beautiful decor today. You continue to help make every Chamber event look polished and special. And then a tremendous thank you to our additional sponsors, Hoosier Energy, IU Health Bloomington, Ivy Tech Community College Bloomington, Mallard Grodner, and a special thanks to Frank Schweikart of Schweikart Photography, who is assisting us today with photos. So please join me in a round of applause. Year after year, we continue to be thrilled with the videos of our honorees. I would also like to take a moment and offer a special thank you to our friends at Smithville for creating the wonderful videos of our honorees that you're about to see today. Let's take a moment to learn more about Smithville.
Smithville Fiber has been providing communications to South Central Indiana for nearly 100 years. Now offering internet at gigabit speeds to entire communities, Smithville Fiber is the gigabit company. Smithville Fiber, the Gigacity Company.
Rob Ramsey, Nadir Noon, Ethan Shida, and Thurn Showalter, your talents are so appreciated. We've worked with them for a number of years, and we can't thank them enough for offering us and the honorees these videos. So Rob and Nadir are here today recording the WEB Awards, so please give them and Smithville a round of applause. Please take a moment to look through your programs today and meet all of our sponsors, including our many table sponsors, who we also wish to thank for their support. As you can see, the WEB Awards have become a special part of the Chamber's community engagement, and we appreciate all of you for supporting today's awards. As is the tradition each year, we enjoy taking a moment to recognize our past Web awardees, and I know some of you are here. So at this time, if you could all stand. After 8 years and more than 50 honorees, you make up part of this audience, so please stand so you can be recognized. Women Excel Bloomington was created so women, no matter where they are in their careers and life or where their job hits on the organizational chart, would be able to connect professionally and personally with other women. There is no shortage of aspiring, visionary, passionate women leaders in our community. As mentioned earlier, the honorees of the 2018 Women Excel Bloomington Awards each have distinct differences. They are not defined by their age and are unafraid of taking chances, diving headfirst into the unknown. They use their words. They lead by example, and they teach and remind others to not accept the status quo or pay heed to the negative talk inside them or around them. They know the importance of community and willingly share their skills and vision as they make the stars align for others. They lead with conviction, having walked the same roads as those they now serve, and have been inspired to make learning more than just the attainment of a degree, but a lifetime passion. They face difficult situations with positive attitudes and serve as inspiration for those around them. They believe that every woman deserves a chance to find a better path and do their part to make that path smoother. These women nurture their organizations and the people they work with, helping both to grow strong, thanks to their dedication and exemplary work ethic. And their commitment to making Bloomington a better place to live, work, and play, well, that goes without saying. We are fortunate to have the opportunity to work alongside some of these women today, to watch them, learn from them, and, like so many of our Web honorees in the past, our 7 honorees today are not looking for recognition or praise. Perhaps that's because people who shine from within don't need the spotlight. But today we are going to shine a little light on them, so let's go ahead and get started with our first honoree. Our first nominee this evening was described in her nomination as one of the hardest working, caring, and selfless individuals that you will ever meet. Lisa Abbott, the Executive Vice President of the Bloomington Board of Realtors, has an extensive career in Bloomington and Monroe County. She spent more than 20 years working for the City of Bloomington in a variety of roles, including the Community and Family Resources Department, Project Manager, and the Program Director of the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department. In her role with the city, and as you will hear in the video, Lisa worked with the Bloomington Police Department to help develop white shirt resource officers who utilize special training to assist the homeless population find needed assistance. She also worked to ensure that Bloomington's rental housing of more than 22,000 units was clean and safe for all tenants. Over the years, Lisa has been involved in a variety of programs, including 100 Women Who Care, Monroe County CASA, Area 10 Agency on Aging, Monroe County United Way, and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Monroe County. We could go on, but why don't we hear directly from Lisa?
My name is Lisa Abbott. I'm the Executive Vice President for the Bloomington Board of Realtors. Most of my career, and even the job that I have now, I would consider a form of community development, and nobody does community development in a vacuum. So I think the thing that I am most proud of is working with Chief Dekoff on the Resource Officer Program, because that program really helps people that are in dire circumstances. But I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of really great people, and I feel like together we've accomplished a lot of things that I'm very proud of. So I expect that I will have a lot more things that my team will do that I'll be able to look back on later and say, you know, that was really good. I'm not really sure that I had a single mentor. I had the fortune to start working at City Hall when there were a lot of really amazing women who worked there. Betty Cockrum, Carol Hoffman, Sue Wheeler, my good buddy Dora Sims. So when I came into the city, I had a lot of really excellent role models. The advice that I would give a young woman going into a leadership position would be to have confidence and trust in your decision-making abilities. Well, I think the motto that I live by actually is the one that's on the wall at SPIA, and it says, lead for the greater good. And I don't think that they're talking about leading always from a leadership position. I think they're talking about just leading your life in a way that you promote the greater good in whatever community or wherever you are, or whatever organization that you're participating in. Well, I think that I have to thank my family. My family has sacrificed a lot in order for me to be able to do the things that I've done. You know, I've always been, as my husband would say, overcommitted in a lot of things, and so they have been very flexible and supportive. And you know, I'm not really sure what my life would have been like if I hadn't had Steve Abbott. He's always been my rock. I think I need to thank all of my coworkers, both past and present. You know, again, I don't believe that anybody does anything alone, and without my family and my coworkers, I'm not sure what I would have accomplished. So I owe them all a debt of gratitude.
Thank you. I feel very fortunate all of my life. I was very grateful and lucky that when I was young, very young, I picked an amazing life partner, and I don't think I could do anything without you. I have been surrounded by really wonderful people, including my buddy, who you're going to honor in a few minutes, and I just feel really honored and humbled that I'm being recognized in such an amazing group of women, so thank you.
Congratulations, Lisa, on your Webb Award. Thank you for helping make Bloomington a great place to live and work. Our next nominee, Amanda Burnham, has a diverse background. She currently serves as the Vice President of Operations in her family's third-generation business, Burnham Rentals. She also spent nearly 20 years in leadership and development for Indiana University and Indiana University Health. And she was instrumental in fundraising and marketing for the Midwest's first proton therapy center. As you will hear in the next video, Amanda has a heart for mentorship and philanthropy, and she demonstrates that in multiple ways. She is part of the 100 Women Who Care and also works with the Sounds of South Choir. Amanda was nominated by several of her Tri Kappa sisters. She was named president in 2017 and has performed in different roles, including nominating committee chair, communication and public relations committee chair, and cheese ball committee chair. Yum. As one of her nominators wrote, Amanda is a terrific business person to approach when needing advice and is gifted with the ability to listen. I'm continually impressed with how she runs her business, keeping the age of her clientele in mind. Amanda is someone to turn to, and your success is imminent once she is on your team. It's clear Amanda is a trusted mentor and leader and fully embodies what Women Excel Bloomington is all about. Let's watch her video.
My name is Amanda Burnham, and I am the Vice President of Operations for Burnham Rentals. And my daddy has always said, you'll never work a day in your life if you love what you do. And it is so true. If you really are passionate and love what you do, you wake up each day knowing that it's going to be fun and maybe challenging, and it's never work. I am very passionate about a local service sorority, Tri Kappa. I've been a member of that group since 2004, and I currently serve as the president of that organization. We do wonderful philanthropic projects here in Bloomington, and it's a great support network of women who just enjoy being around each other and love the sisterhood. What would I tell young women about leadership and careers? I would tell them to be bold, be strong, be persistent in what they do, and to never lose sight of what's best for them. Women often think of others before themselves, and it's okay to think about yourself, whether it's in your career or in your family. I have to say, I think I motivate myself. I'm a very self-motivated person and have always been independent, always wanted to make better for myself, better for my family, better for my environment, better for my work. And it doesn't take a lot of people to prod me to do what I need to do. If it's something I'm passionate about and it's something I believe in, I'm going to motivate myself to do what it is that needs to be done to get the job done. Finding life-work balance is challenging, and it's a lot easier for me because I have a wonderful husband who is my partner in everything. We are a partner at home, we are a partner at work, we are a partner at play, and we make sure that we keep each other in check and in balance. I would love to thank my Tri Kappa sisters who surprised me with this unbelievable and amazing honor. I'm humbled, I am grateful, and I am so thankful for your sisterhood. Well, and then there's my husband too, because as I said, we're partners in all of this. And if this could be an award for men and women who excel in business, he'd be right here with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Chamber of Commerce for selecting me for this award. I am beyond humbled and grateful for this recognition, especially in the company of such deserving women who do so much in our community. John and I would not be here today if it weren't for the vision of John's grandparents, Arthur and Laverne Burnham. It was Laverne, the woman, not Arthur, who purchased their first rental property in Bloomington more than 75 years ago. They were entrepreneurs and philanthropists, and they tackled everything as a team, sharing in their duties 50-50, just as it should be. John's parents, John and Myra, also followed in their footsteps, and now John and I manage the family business, and we balance each other. We take great pride in our work and our family legacy, and we celebrate our successes and look to improve where we fall short. We find humor in life and in each other. We work hard and we play hard. Like Arthur and Laverne, we make a great team. My Tri Kappa sisters, who nominated me for this award, inspire me to be a better woman. My former colleagues and cancer patients from the IU Health Proton Therapy Center inspire me to live each day to its fullest. Never miss a chance to tell someone that you love them, to help a friend in need, to send a thank you card, and to take chances. Finally, our lives are full of so many blessings, and at the soul of our happiness is our daughters, Alexandria and Meredith. You are our reasons for being, and my wish for you is that someday you have the support and true friendship of strong women in your lives. I hope that you have careers that are both fulfilling professionally and personally, and I also hope that you have someone by your side who is the best teammate and partner in life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for the great work you do in our community, especially with Tri Kappa. Congratulations. Bloomington native Kyla Cox-Deckard loves this area, as she will tell you in her video and in any conversation that you have with her. As the Director of Communications for the IU Center for Rural Engagement, Kyla has the opportunity to support individuals and communities that want to access Indiana University resources. It's very possible that you all may have seen Kyla volunteering or supporting some local program. She is the current president of the City of Bloomington Board of Public Works. She's involved with the Bloomington Rotary Club, and she is part of the stewardship community at First United Methodist Church. Kyla's nomination comes from Vicki Pierce, the director of the Community Kitchen. Vicki shared that Kyla joined the board of directors of the Community Kitchen in 2009 and quickly established herself as a leader. Over her 10 years of service, she has held the offices of president and vice president, has chaired the capital campaign, operations and mortgage paydown committees, and served on the communications and finance committees. Kyla was the 2017 recipient of the Leadership Bloomington Monroe County Distinguished Alumni Award and was honored by the Chamber in 2013 as a 10 under 40 honoree. She was recognized as an emerging leader by the City of Bloomington Commission on the Status of Women in 2012 and is a 2008 graduate of Leadership Bloomington, Monroe County. Let's take a few moments to meet Kyla Cox-Deckard.
Hi, I'm Kyla Cox-Deckard, and I'm Director of Communications for the IU Center for Rural Engagement. The Center for Rural Engagement partners with communities and organizations to improve the lives and opportunities of Hoosiers. So we are looking for ways that we can collaborate and bring the resources of Indiana University in partnership with communities and achieve the community's goals. I love the fact that I get to work with the communities that are important to me. I'm from Bloomington and grew up in rural Monroe County, and so having the opportunity to work with this region, the Indiana Uplands region, which is one that is very hardworking and also collaborative and has lots of dreams. I think being able to help communities achieve those dreams is for me a dream come true. All professionals have doubts, and it's one of those things you have to overcome and decide that you're going to do the best you can do. Learning how to collaborate with other people and learning how to bring your strengths to the table and work with others' strengths to make for a better outcome is probably the best thing that you can learn, because everyone has their strengths, and then everyone has those things that just aren't of interest to them or something that doesn't work as well for them. And I think that it's important to learn how you fit into a team setting and what you can bring to that team. I do admire leaders who work so hard that those who are working with them don't want to disappoint them. I think that that's a really key method, and it's really important that leaders are working equally as hard as the people around them, and in most cases harder. And that can take a lot of different forms, but I think that that's really, really important to the inspiration of other people who are part of the team. Well, I would like to thank the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce for acknowledging the wonderful things that women do in this community. I would thank my nominator, Vicki Pierce, who is someone who should be sitting here right now. She should be receiving this award. She is a wonderful leader, and I've been very inspired by her. I would thank my husband and my family, who are always supportive of me. And most importantly, I would thank the community, because the community raised me.
Thank you so much to everyone who's here to celebrate. I want to thank my parents, my mom Debbie and my stepdad Fred, who are here, my husband Trent, along with some other important people who are here. Marilyn Skirvin is here. She helped me pick out my outfit for my first real job interview, so she deserves thanks for sure. And Mary Catherine Carmichael, a longtime mentor of mine, is here as well to celebrate. I have to thank all of my colleagues who I work with at IU who have given me the opportunity to do work I really love, as well as my former colleagues from the IU Credit Union, who I adore and give them a lot of credit for the opportunities I was given, especially early in the career. That outfit, got me that job at the IU Credit Union. So that's wonderful. I want to thank the people I get to work with at the city through the Board of Public Works, and thank you for your patience with our roads. There are lots of different ways to get around Bloomington, and we encourage you to take tours. But really, I want to take this opportunity to cast a spotlight on the people who are our caregivers and our early childhood educators, without whom I would not be able to do some of the things that I get to do, and are able to raise our girls and help contribute to their education. And I think that often they don't get the spotlight enough, and I would like to dedicate this to them. And this award really reflects them and all of you more than it does me, so thank you.
I noticed when she was talking about construction and roads, the Cook and Ivy Tech people were not laughing, so Thank you, Kyla, for all that you do for Bloomington and for IU and for communities across the Upland region. And congratulations once again on your award today. It's clear that Jane Cooper Smith is finding a niche in Bloomington, a piping hot cup of it served by hopscotch coffee. As her nominator shared, Jane made a trip to Iowa a few years ago to connect with an old friend. They had worked together at a local coffee shop in college, and the friend had opened a coffee roastery and encouraged Jane, who has a deep love of all things coffee, to consider doing it in Bloomington. Jane wrote her business plan and worked for 2 years on developing her product and looking for locations for a roastery and shop. Working with the Indiana Small Business Development Center, Jane knew she wanted Hopscotch to be a business that would pull people to an area of the Beeline Trail just south of downtown. A year later, Hopscotch Coffee was honored with the SBDC's Emerging Business Award, and Hopscotch Coffee Day was declared by the City of Bloomington. As we will learn in just a moment, Jane has fostered a work environment that is ethical and generous to her colleagues and the community. Jane has a strong belief in philanthropy and uses Hopscotch Coffee and Rainbow Bakery as methods of giving back. The Community Kitchen, Middle Way House, Stepping Stones, Stone Belt, and others have all benefited from the kindness that has made Hopscotch Coffee and Rainbow Bakery a success. Let's meet Jane Cooper Smith.
I'm Jane Cooper Smith. I'm co-owner and co-founder of Hopscotch Coffee and Rainbow Bakery. I was an undergraduate at the University of Iowa and worked as a barista during that time, and it was great fun. I made some of my best friendships during that time. After I had my son in 2010, I left my job at Indiana University, and as I talked to my husband about what career moves might make sense, he kept saying, well, you talk an awful lot about the shop you worked at in Iowa City, and that seems to have been a really important time, and you really loved that work. I got a small roaster. I roasted coffee on my front porch. My friends and family would come buy the coffee. They thought that it was a good product, and as I did that, I was learning the ins and outs of the chemistry. I love my job for a variety of reasons. I think my favorite part about it is just the diversity in what I do every day. On a perfect day, I hop on my bike and zip down the Beeline, and I check on all of our different businesses. I kind of duck in and out and see what problems need to be solved or what different needs people are having, and try to work on that. And then I may go duck into my computer for a few hours and do something a little more cerebral too, but it really is a mix of really fun types of work for me. Yeah, I don't have a written motto, but I do often think of my grandmother, Winnie McGinnis, who always said learn by doing, which is of course also the 4-H motto, but that's something I like to tell my staff when we're working on new projects and we're learning new things. Sometimes we hit points where we get frustrated because the outcome isn't exactly what we want, but I think it's really important to remember that we learn by doing. One woman who was a really important role model for me is Janet Rabinovich, who was the director at Indiana University Press when I worked there. And she was just a consummate intellectual while also being a really empathetic and kind boss, but also tough as nails in the boardroom when we were negotiating contracts or when she was giving feedback. And so I think she just exemplified kind of a really great balance of characteristics that make a great leader. I want to thank my friend Joni McGarry for nominating me for it. It's incredibly flattering, but I also, of course, need to thank my husband, Chris Cooper Smith, and my business partner, Jeff Grant, and his wife, Erin Toby, who are all in this entrepreneurial adventure with me together.
Thank you, Jane, for your positive spirit and compassion for our community. Congratulations again. Our fifth Webb honoree, Christy McBride, has been a champion for local students for more than 2 decades. As the director of the Hoosier Hills Career Center, Christy has been instrumental in helping high school students who may be looking for a different career path. At Hoosier Hills Career Center, there are 19 different pathways that local youth can take. everything from fire science to agriculture, auto service to biomedical science. As you will hear from Christy in her video, the Hoosier Hills experience is a collective body of individuals devoted to education. Under Christy's leadership, a growing number of Hoosier Hill graduates attend 2- and 4-year colleges, having earned dual credits completely free while attending the school. Her nominators noted that the students of Hoosier Hills are essential to the future of our workforce in the region, and Christy is devoted to making sure the students have the skills to support themselves. Christy is an active member of the Indiana Association for Career and Technical Education and serves on the Directors Board as a voting member. In 2015, she received their Administrator of the Year award. She has also served on a subcommittee of the Alzheimer's Resource Service Community Health Group with IU Health Bloomington, focusing on creating dementia-friendly public spaces. And she sits on an advisory group with the City of Bloomington Community and Family Resources. Let's meet Christy McBride.
I am Christy McBride, Director of Hoosier Hills Career Center. I always knew I wanted to be a counselor. I wanted to work with kids. So I started out in elementary and very quickly realized that there was a cadre of students that were not being cared for to the level that I thought was important, whether that be through a mentoring program, just being there to make sure that they feel worthy. And that has been a focus of mine personally, and it's a focus for us at Hoosier Hills Career Center. I would advise any young person who is thinking of going into teaching to absolutely do it. If they really feel like that's where their heart is, then that's what they should do. And let them know that there's a hard road ahead. Kids come in today with a lot of issues. They have lots of things that are happening outside of the school. And you have to realize that you're not going to just come in and teach math. Bill Daggett talks about rigor, relevance, and relationship. You can't get to the rigor in the classroom unless you make it relevant to the student and you've created a relationship. I think if I had to answer a question about what motto or mantra that I truly live by, it's that, as well as service. You have to learn how to serve your students. You're not only serving your students, but you're serving their families, and then you ultimately are serving the community at large. I'm very honored and very humbled to have been nominated for an award such as this. I definitely don't feel like it's me that deserves it. It's the kids. These students make it worthwhile. They make their teachers so impressed, and then the teachers do tremendous outreach to make sure that there's an opportunity for their students. It's not me. It's truly not me. This is a Hoosier Hills body of work that is getting this award. I just happen to be the conduit for it. So I was extremely honored and humbled when I was made aware that I had been awarded this after a nomination by Marilyn Skirvin and Brenda Duncan Davis, who were both extremely wonderful women that I could hope to be like someday. So I want to definitely give a shout out to Marilyn Skirvin and Brenda Duncan Davis.
Well, thank you so much. I truly don't feel like I deserve this, but I am so appreciative of it. Marilyn and Brenda were so nice to kind of go out on a limb. I was actually on a tour with students at IU with the Ewitts on 46th in the bypass, or 10th in the bypass, and I got a call from Carol Kelly, and she's telling me this, and I was like, is she trying to sell me something? What does she want? I don't know what this is. And then she said, oh, you've been nominated, and you're getting this award. I'm like, Marilyn Skirvin. That would be why I got that email. So I do thank you, ladies, both so much. Our goals are truly to serve our students, to serve their families, and to serve this community. We cannot imagine that we are going to grow economically, to develop their minds and their talents if we don't start young. We have been blessed with the direction of Dr. DeMuth to make sure that we are serving all students in whatever capacity they need, and that is truly an internal mission that we have at Hoosier Hills Career Center. I could not be more thankful of the connections that have been made with BEDC and with the Chamber. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again, Christy, and thank you for being such a strong advocate and mentor for so many people in our community. It's unfortunate our next Women Excel Bloomington honoree is not able to join us today, but as the First Lady of Indiana University, Lori Burns McRobbie is involved in multiple projects and travels across the globe. Under Lori's leadership, Women's Philanthropy at IU was founded in 2010 to help connect alumni to areas where they are passionate about giving and to educate women about their untapped economic and philanthropic power. In 2012, Lori was named the Woman of the Year by the City of Bloomington's Commission on the Status of Women. In 2014, she was given the Leading Light Outstanding Leadership Award by the Indianapolis-based organization Women and High Tech. Locally, Lori serves as a board member of the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County. She is also a member of the Community Advisory Board for Bloomington's Academy of Science and Entrepreneurship. She serves as president of the board of directors for the 2017 Indiana Conference of Women and was appointed by the governor to the Indiana Arts Commission in July 2017. As noted in her nomination, Lori is a woman who connects women for the greater good. She is a willing public speaker, eloquently sharing her message for the benefit of others. She is approachable, loyal, energetic, compassionate, and admired by so many, and we are proud to honor her today.
I'm Lori Burns McRobbie. I'm First Lady of Indiana University. I've been the First Lady of Indiana University since July 1st, 2007, when my husband Michael took office. The person who has inspired me the most is my mother. And she was a very involved person in our community in Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I grew up. She also lost her husband, my father, when we were all very young. So she raised us as a single mother and went back to school. She went into the workforce, and she was this incredible example of a resilient, independent, strong woman who was managing a career and managing her family. She couldn't just turn her back, of course, on her children, and did not. Well, my advice for young women going into a leadership role for the first time, a couple things that come to mind, and one of them might seem to be a contradiction, which is being bold, not being afraid to take risks, but also being strategic. Particularly, let's say, in the first 6 months or a year. You have to be careful about how you think through the kinds of changes that you might like to make, the messages you want to send, and make sure that you're not moving too quickly. What I think characterizes a good leader today is values. And by that I mean the values that can create transformative leadership. I think we are in an era right now of transactional leadership. What do I get for this? What's the win? What's the short-term win? We have to be grounded in values, and for me, those are the values of respect for others, of openness to other people's ideas, and to listening to those perspectives and thinking about how they inform a vision going forward. I nurture people to bring out their best qualities by feeding them chocolate. Well, if there's a motto that I live by, I think it's related to this whole question of balance, which is that you can have it all, but not all at once. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Bloomington Chamber for honoring me. I am very, very honored to be selected for this award. I would also like to thank the people of the city of Bloomington for welcoming me so openly when I moved here 13 years ago, for making me feel part of this community, for making it so easy to get involved and engaged in all the great work going on that we're doing to make Bloomington an even better place to live.
we are grateful to have 2017 Webb honoree and Secretary to the IU Board of Trustees, Debbie Lemon, join us today to accept the award on behalf of Lori Burns McRobbie.
Thank you. Thank you, Anne. I am certainly a poor stand-in for such a wonderful woman, but I'm glad to share her remarks. I am truly honored to receive the Women Excel Bloomington Award, particularly given the outstanding women who have received it in the past and who are being honored today. My congratulations and admiration go out to all of you. I'm sorry I can't be with you to accept it in person, but it's fitting that my friend and colleague, me, is doing so on my behalf, given that she's a past recipient as well. It's testimony to the quality of the Bloomington community that we honor a whole cohort of leaders each year with the Webb Award. While we rightly single out individual women leaders during Women's History Month, we also reflect the richness and diversity of Bloomington by highlighting leaders in business, civic life, government, and education collectively. It's all of those sectors plus others working together that help make Bloomington and the surrounding area such a vibrant and engaged place to live, work, and play. My most sincere thanks to the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce and to all of you for being here today, and congratulations to Lisa, Amanda, Kyla, Jane, Christy, and Doris. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Debbie, for being here to do that. Within a few moments, anyone meeting Doris Sims for the first time will know she has a love of community and family. As a first-generation college student, Doris came to Indiana University and decided to stay in Bloomington. Over her professional career, Doris has twice served as the director of the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department, in addition to a role as the director of the City of Bloomington's Human Resources Department. She also worked for the state of Indiana under the appointment of Governor Frank O'Bannon. Doris is active in the community in several ways. She serves in various roles at the Second Baptist Church, including the Board of Trustees, usher, and chair of the women's ministry called the Sisterhood. She has also served on boards for Planned Parenthood of Indiana and Kentucky, Girls Inc., Bloomington Housing Authority, the Monroe County Sheriff's Department's Merit Board, and United Way of Monroe County. In 2017, Doris was recognized with the Black History Month Living Legend Award, an acknowledgement of her tireless work to improve the lives of others and to make the city of Bloomington a better place for everyone. As you will see in the video, much of Doris's happiness comes from her family and the work that she does in Bloomington. Let's meet Doris Sims.
So my name is Doris Sims, and I'm the director of the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department with the City of Bloomington. I think what I love most about my job is the people that I work with day in and day out. My staff are just great to work with, and I always say that they are the people who do the day-to-day activities, and they are the ones who make me look good. I would think that my best leadership secret is empower the people who work for me, and make sure by empowering them, I mean to make sure that they have the skills, that they have the tools that they need to make honest and good decisions and be able to move forward and do their job. I find balance in my life. Actually, my husband and my family are the ones who help balance me, who knows the real Doris, and so can say when they think I'm up on my high horse to bring me back down. We have great time together, and my husband and I both are very busy people, particularly within the community, and do a lot of things. And so the time that we be able to spend together, the time that we get to spend with our two kids, that's what helps to bring balance within my life. One of my favorite authors is Maya Angelou, and she has a saying which I have at the end of my email that says, you know, people will may not remember what you say, and people may not remember what you do, but people will always remember how you make them feel. You know, sometimes in this position, there's times that I have to tell people no or, you know, be in disagreement. But I think that if I can do that in a professional and nice way, that people will remember that more than what I actually said. It's just the way that I handled the situation and how I made them feel at the end of it. 3 people motivate me, myself, and I, that I go about motivating myself every day. I motivate myself to be a good wife, to be a good mother to my 2 children, a good supervisor to my employees, to be a good friend. And so by motivating myself and having confidence in myself, then that allows me to do a good job. I would like to thank my good friend, Beverly Callender Anderson. Beverly is a very good friend of mine, and I think that what makes her a special friend, along with 2 other of my special friends, is that we can all get together, and as 4 women of color, we can lift each other up. We all have been able to do very well professionally in our lives, and I think it's because of our friendship to be able to come together. We can laugh together, we can cry together, and it's always really good to have friends that you can count on. And that includes Lisa Abbott as well.
Thank you. Well, I want to begin by thanking God from whom all blessings flow, including this one. To thank my husband, Jim Sims, who is truly the wind beneath my wings, and for thanking him for being my partner in this thing called life and being with me. For my 2 children who are with me here today, Kamisha and Jimmy, with every beat of my heart, I love you both more and more. For my good friend, Beverly Callender Anderson, my yaya, wherever she is. Thank you for being my nominator for this. If you know Beverly, she's truly is a woman who excels on her own. And finally, to the Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank you for this recognition along with 6 other amazing women. We are women who all excel daily in our own lives, but we're also women who rock. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Doris, and thank you for all that you do. Congratulations to all of today's Women Excel Bloomington honorees. You lead a life by example, and it's clear by the crowd in this room and by the words we heard in the videos that you are all genuinely appreciated and respected in this community and in your fields. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to once again ask today's honorees to all stand so that we can present you with the 2018 Women Excel Bloomington Award winners. Lisa, Amanda, Kyla, Jane, Christy, Lori, and Doris, congratulations again. Bloomington is a better place because each of you gives back in a positive way. I would also like to thank all of our wonderful sponsors one more time: Cassidy Electrical Contractors, Cook Group, IU Athletics, Solution Tree, Markey's Rental and Staging, IU Credit Union, Nature's Way, Hoosier Energy, IU Health Bloomington, Ivy Tech Community College Bloomington, Mallard Grodner, and again, thank you to Smithville for all of your work on the wonderful videos. And a tremendous thank you to Hinkey Hall of Champions staff for making our event so enjoyable. So, one more round of applause. Before we depart, I just need to, Jim would kill me if I didn't plug several upcoming events at the Chamber. So a few quick reminders. Tomorrow, June 1st, we will begin accepting nominations for the 10 Under 40 Awards. These awards recognize young professionals in Bloomington and Monroe County. The awards are tied to the Chamber's HYPE program, Helping Young Professionals Excel, and we invite you to join us at that celebration in early August. We also look forward to seeing all of you at our next business after hours on Thursday, June 21st at Garden Villa. And don't forget our annual golf scramble next Thursday, June 7th. So we plan for a great afternoon of golf and much better weather than today. So please, if all the honorees could come up at the end of the program so that we could get a group photo, that would be great. Also, these events take a team, and there is, as you know, there's no better team than the chamber team. So Jim and Carol, Pam, Serena, Tammy, Jim Shelton, our interns, Jillian and Claire, thank you so much for all that you do. And please, if you see them on your way out, please be sure to thank them. We are small but mighty, and we continue to offer just absolutely amazing events and serve our members. So thank you all again for being here, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And the bar and food are open until 6:30 if you'd like to stay around. So thanks.